Okay, bro.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Gbbc episode 3, bro. We are here with Nicky Boy. Nicky, say hi.
Yo, what's up, guys? Nicky Boy here.
My goat. But yeah, we are here with episode 3, guys. We are going to be going through the usual schedule, and we do have like a pretty juicy like episode today. So anyway, just immediately off the bat, we have. Let me remove the cat and let me remove this, and we have the new announced cards in game, right? So as you guys know, we no longer have like big leaks or educated guesses anymore, right? We do not have any more of those. However, we what we do have is just the leaks in game, the leaks from the actual Konami. Now, basically what these the reveals here are is that we're gonna get Lacrima, right? The main deck, the Gunner Lacrima as we call it. And we're also gonna get the Mermans. These are like the two big fishes of the pack, right? And we also have like the Neo Slow, which I don't think anything can help heroes, so we can probably move on from that. And the other thing is that we have Argo Stars. Now, I do have, I did do some research into the Argo Stars, right? I did like look at like maybe in like tournament topping decks. There's none, There was I searched throughout all of TCG and OCG, bro, and I saw a single deck that won a 32 the player regional in OCG.
32 player regional. That's insane.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like that's like average movie night on my Discord. Like that's like for context. So
I have one thing to say about this.
Mhm.
So this deck is obviously trash, right? I mean, I think you don't have to even do the research, because if you just read these cards, like not only this one right here, but like the archetype in general is pretty bad. But maybe they are preparing to release a better continuous trap deck. If you are maybe aware, like, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So in TCG there was like an TCG exclusive archetype at first, and it's called the Odeon deck. Like people call it the Odeon deck, and it's like the Temple of the Kings. Do you know that? Like the lore, like with the serpents and like the mystical beast circuit and shit. Do you know that deck? It's like a continuous trap deck. They played it in TCG, and now they called it Tomb Keeper or something. Like it does not have a real archetype name. But that's like Argo Stars, but like 100 times better. So like it's literally the same, but just playable,
Yeah.
So
Because
I think they want to print this shit here, this Argo Star shit, and they want to say like, look guys, we want to support like this continuous trap shit, and then like on maybe next 2, 3, 4 packs, who knows, they're gonna print in the Odeon shit, which will probably be good. Like not meta crazy relevant, but it will be playable.
yeah, but
like
this decently playable.
yeah, it's
Because
decently playable. It's not the best, but it's fine. It's fine. But this is trash. Argo Star is trash.
by the way, before I continue, hello to Mordred. He's joined the VC.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello,
Hello,
I
wait,
am
Mordred, say hello one more time.
hello, hello.
Okay. So I had to make sure that your voice was
I'm
like
Mordred, biggest Malistan around.
yeah, and for Gunner reasons.
Okay, you cannot look at Vinebinder and tell me you. Never mind.
Hey yo, bro said let me prove his point real quick. So now, like I did also look at like some of the cards from Argo Stars, right? And Argo Stars has an Exceed that reads place 3 from deck, right? Place, like it's not like set, right? But it says place 3 continuous traps from the deck, like face up, and all 3 of them suck. And I'm like, what is the point of setting 3 if like all of them suck? Like
Exactly.
it's the deck is so bad. Now,
Yeah. Wait, is this the first wave of Argo Stars?
I mean, I'm assuming that it's gonna be all of them, or more like I'm hoping, because even all of them and the deck is still unplayable. So
No, I mean, what is this? What's released in TCG and OCG right now? Is that like 2 waves or 1 wave?
Now they released 2 waves.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
yeah,
usually if a deck sucks after 2 waves of support, it's or
it's
like
bad.
initial wave and like wave of support, it's usually garbage.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
You'll
these
never be
cards,
playable.
these cards even read like dog shit. Like you can tell if you have like 2 single brain cells that this deck is unplayable.
Yes,
So
yes. This is the kind of deck, it might top like a meta weekly once, like in top 16, because like 2 people like didn't show up. So
or like Cloudy Weekly or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Factory. No, wait, Factory Cup is too strong.
Or Rip 07, 07.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
707.
But yeah, so like Argo Stars absolutely not like meta relevant in any way, shape, or form. The deck is gonna suck. You'll see some like Team Samurai X, like X1, make a video about how this deck is like tier 0 and it's the best deck. Don't get baited, alright? It's just for the content, okay? So yeah.
This could have been Razir, by the way. This could have been
Yes.
Razir, just telling
Or
you.
Malice.
Yeah.
Or Malice.
Or Menace, yeah.
As I said,
Yeah.
same for heroes. On the other hand, though, we do have 2 pretty big things here, like that are like revealed, right? And the first one is Mermail and Atlantean. Now, I'm not TCG player, but as far as I know, this deck can do like really well against like hand traps, right? And like Nikki, like since you play TCG, like maybe like correct me on that if I'm wrong.
So depends, right? Do you know the Mermaid Atlantean like cards that already are out? you
No,
know
I'm
that?
not. I'm not familiar with the deck.
Okay, so there's one normal summon. It's called Neptabus. It's the level 1. It's like the prince or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you draw this guy, you can literally play around 3 hand traps. I agree. But this deck crumbles after 5 seconds when you do not open the prince, Like you have to open the specific one card. If you do that, your deck is fucking crazy. If you don't open that, the shit's unplayable. It's unplayable. Literally
Yep.
unplayable. It dies to every hand trap, like if you don't open the prince, because this card sends for cost. So you normal summon this, and even if people would like imperm on summon, you can still send for cost, which triggers the other Atlantean and Mermaid cards. So even through one imperm, this card still gets his purpose done. And also, like if it not get impermed, you have like 2 searches, right? Because this is gonna get a search, and the card that's gonna get sent from deck also gonna search. That's the other guy on the. Can you see it on the related cards? I don't think so.
The what?
Um,
The Atlantean Prince. I have it.
Oh no. So you normal summon this, and most likely you're gonna send the dragoons, the dragoons. That's the level 4. Can you check it maybe on the stream so I can see it?
Dragoon.
It's like related cards. It's a level 4 monster.
Oh, Dragoons. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're most likely going to send this because if this sent to graveyard to activate the water effect,
Yeah.
you can add a sea serpent. Exactly. And this adds mermaid cards. Yeah. And like after this one card, you get the combo running. Like this deck has a crazy combo, but it has problems. First of all,
So-
you don't have Toad, which is really bad. It's really bad. Because Toad makes it so your combo is protected, Like not even about the end board, because this deck has a hand rip. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, it
This
has
deck can-
it has the level 700, which I can't really find right now, but it
Okay.
does have the level 700. Yeah.
Yes. So
But-
let me finish, please. So
Okay.
like the end board is not the problem here, because obviously Toad is missing, but after you ripped like 3 cards from your opponent's hand, like if you end on 3 disruptions, it's still fine, right? Like you're
Mhm.
gonna win probably. But the problem is your combo is not protected. So in TCG, you don't really have a problem against Nibiru because first of all, you have the Minstrel, which also hand loops your opponent. I mean, it doesn't hand loop; it just removes the card until the end phase. But you can you also have Toad. So like if your opponent has Nibiru in hand, you can always play around Nibiru by raking an early Bahamut Shark to go into Toad. That's not possible in Master Duel. So if you ask me how good this deck is, I would say it's pretty trash, in my opinion.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is they're always gonna open Prince and we're gonna get fucked. Is that it?
Yes, because they can end on barrier statue every turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also because as I said, so because this deck plays way through hand traps, if they open the Prince, it makes like hand trap heavy decks like Blue Eyes like really like bad against it, right? Because like imagine you drop 2 hand traps on a Prince, right? And then they extend, and then they just fucking hand rip you for two, right?
Yes,
It's like filthy. right? So
you know what's also bad, bro?
not
Like,
opening
imagine
twins.
a world. Imagine a world where you draw like Droplet and fucking, I don't know, Super Poly or like Book of Eclipse. They're gonna hand loop you, so they know what you have in hand, and also they're gonna rip 2 cards. So board breakers are also not so great because they're most likely getting ripped. So everything is kind of
And
meh actually.
you know what's the scariest part about Atlantean Mermels?
Mhm.
They are insane going second for an FTK deck. Insane. This deck pushes through boards like it cuts boards like butter, bro. Oh god. Like all of the stuff that you discard to activate effects, even if it gets negated, you're gonna get additional effect. Like imagine using furniture, but if your like furniture gets negated, after that you still get to search a card or
I mean,
something.
I
So,
don't
like,
know if like if it can really go second into like actual boards, because like okay, you're gonna normal summon Prince. Prince, if I recall correctly, is not an on summon effect, right? Yes,
Exactly. You can
it
interact
is
with
not
it.
a
Yes.
it is not an on summon effect. So what you can do is you can just SP this immediately,
yeah,
right?
but it's other stuff that you can do. Like for example, you have the
You have
heavy
Abyss.
infantry. You have
Yes.
the other stuff that can just pop your opponent's board, which you can also use to chain block your cards to force interaction out. The thing is that if your opponent doesn't negate everything you have, you're just gonna get this massive card advantage, and you're gonna swarm the body with Atlanteans and Mermils.
Also,
Um, so yeah.
like you said, yeah, normal summoning Neptabus is kind of mid, going second because obviously you can just SP it, book it, I don't know, imperm, whatever. Yes, but like they have other playable cards, you know. Like for example, you have to look up Mermaid cards because they also have like Abyss Theos, for example. That's a level 7, and that can just inherently summon itself by pitching 1 card. So that's the level 7. It's on the
Oh
bottom
yeah,
next to
yeah.
the whale.
The beast megalo, yeah. Oh wait,
Yeah, no,
yeah. Wait, no,
Not
no,
Megalo,
no,
Megalo.
it's not this. Wait, no.
Poseidon.
Wait a second.
No, Theos.
Theos, yeah.
Teos. That's the one next to it, like two from the right. Next to the whale.
Oh, this, yeah,
Abbas Theos. Yeah, for
yeah.
example, this can just special summon itself free by discarding 1, which is good because you can trigger your water monsters, and it also searches another mermaid monster from deck, which is really good because this also searches the Neptabus, which brings you into combo. So yeah, this deck can literally go second, yes, but I'm not sure if you want to rely on that. And also, I mean, I don't want to like paint something at the wall or something, but when Rizal comes out, I'm telling you, this deck's unplayable. Because on every end board of motherfucking Master Duel will be a Abyss Dweller. And this deck cannot play under this shit. So, if someone wants to play this deck, I would advise you to do it now.
I mean,
Like,
okay,
days.
so I wouldn't exactly say that like the deck will be unplayable because like we don't know if like Abyss Dweller will live to like see the light of day, you know.
Bro,
Like,
will.
it could just
One thing I'm afraid of that happens right now is, do you know this ban list that we get with packs
yeah.
Mhm.
sometimes that release certain stuff?
Mhm.
I'm afraid that we will see Toad there.
No,
I'm afraid.
it never happens. The ban list that happen with packs is always about cards that are released with the pack. So, for example, the ban list, a ban list that happened with the pack is like, for example, they released that what was it like? Fusion Destiny was going to be to 2, like the second DP release, or like Adventure, the Adventure Engine, right? It was going to be limited to 2, right? So it's like the cards that get like immediately released are going to be limited, right? That's the kind of
Yes,
balance we get. But like,
I
if it's old card, it always gets released beforehand.
but I want to say something about this. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, bro, they were aware how bad Beatrice were gonna be if Fiendsmith releases, and they did not give a fuck. So Abyss Dweller will survive at least 1 or 2 months. I'm
Yep.
gonna promise you that. It will.
I think even more. It depends on how meta develops. Like if you get Malice format, like if it's the dual format of Ryziel Malice at some point, Abyss Dweller will probably not be
I
blunt with
mean, yeah,
something.
but at the same time, it does depend. It does depend on how much like Beatrice, how much Abyss Dweller pushes people to like craft stuff. Because for example, Beatrice was a UR that made almost every deck that could run Finsmith craft all Finsmith cards, right? Because they wanted to because of Beatrice, right? Like I was playing Millennium Finsmith in Goatee, right? Because one Millennium card gives me full Goatee combo, right?
Mhm.
So it's the fact that like I don't think that like the Beatrice is a fair comparison, because Beatrice was like pushing so many cards to be bought, right? Because like it linked Finsmith to everything, right? So it was just like a whole lot of money, right? But I don't know if I could say the same about Abyss Dweller, honestly, right?
I mean, to be fair, there are even more broken cards in Abyss Dweller that are still legal. I mean,
Artemis
Appaloosa,
Knight?
Artifact Scythe, Appaloosa, Baron. I mean, they all need to get banned, especially also Artifact Scythe, because when Ryzea is going to get released and this card is not banned, you will get Scythe locked every game. So we
Yeah,
have
there's-
another card that should be on the list,
There is
which
also
I'm gonna say to you, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna get Scythe locked.
Yeah, even for example, like even other thing that you can do, like if you start with Ice Raziel, like what you can take in, you start with Ice, which doesn't lock you into level 4, you special summon whatever, you get a search, and then you make Dagda.
Yes.
You don't even need 7 Tachyon. You don't even need 7 Tachyon, and then you like 7 Tachyon is just a bonus consistency for sight. You just make Dagda, you activate Sword on the field or whatever, chain Dagda, set the sight, and then on opponent's turn you just pop it whenever your opponent activates a card, because Detonator is a very good card.
Yes.
So yeah,
So-
sight lock is gonna be back if it's not banned.
And I'm telling you, if Konami wants to ban one card and they have to decide between Dweller and Scythe, they should ban Scythe. Because Scythe is worse than Dweller. Because Scythe says you cannot play the game. Dweller says you can play the game, but like not really much. But at least you can play the game, you know. But Scythe says no.
Okay, so if I had Emre on this podcast, you know what he would have said? Just play Flu. It beats both.
That's true, actually.
And
Yeah, you know
oh.
what Flu doesn't beat? Raziel Cross.
You know what Flu
That's
doesn't
true.
beat? Actual decks. So, and the biggest leak of this pack, you know, the biggest reveal is obviously the Gunnar Lacrima, Mommy Lacrima.
Yes,
So-
oh my god, just look at it, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, bro. It's
What
I
to
don't know,
the
but
people that may
make
not
Flu
understand
beautiful.
what like main deck Lacrima does, right? It says on summon you can send a Finsmith card from the deck to the graveyard, which means what you can do is you can put any two bodies that you want into a closed moon, into a Finsmith Requiem. Finsmith Requiem can summon the Lacrima, Lacrima can send the Engraver, and that is all the bodies that you need for full combo. Right? Which means you no longer need the closed moon plus an extra body for the full Finsmith combo, you just need the closed moon, right? And that's kind of huge,
I mean,
right? And there's also like
there
other
is no
things that,
combo
yeah.
anymore, but yeah. Because there is no Beatrice, so it's full Finsmith combo, yes.
Yes, it is full Finsmith combo, right? But like it like for some decks that could be good. Like for example, in like Memento, like closed moon being full Finsmith combo matters a lot, right? Because like Memento has access to like the aerial eaters, you know, and stuff like that. So like the fusions that like do give it combo, right? And regardless, even in Snake Eyes, that's still huge. You do not need the extra body anymore. You can just turn like if you like, for example, you get negated, like you normal summon Ash, get negated, you special summon Diabell, get negated, that is full combo still.
Yeah.
Right? So through
Yeah.
double, so two cards play through double Imper into full combo.
Yep.
Because of this.
And like besides that, it's a very good normal summon when you don't open any other good normal summons. Like
Exactly.
it's just good. And,
Exactly. It is.
And I feel like
Yeah.
it kinda like it might like encourage people to play less Millennium cards. Now, even though Millennium is now just zombie vampires, it also turns into Finsmith and stuff. But I think with Lacrima you have to add another card in the deck, and I think the first cut that you find in the deck will probably be a little bit of the Millennium package. So yeah, even though they're good cards, but yeah, Lacrima is just broken. And also with Lacrima you also have to, it's very good to play Finsmith in Paradise as well. So that's additional disruption that you get of the card. It's just, I don't know. This card is crazy. This card, I have no idea how this card was ever like $5 in TCG. But yeah,
Now,
it's crazy.
something even more crazy than Lacrima. Now, I don't know if you guys know it, right? But a data miner, right? A leaker, let's say, said, and I quote, there is actually another. I don't remember if it said deck type or card, in the pack that I do not know why they didn't reveal. Any guesses on what it might be?
Crystron, maybe, probably not. Six Sam. What? There was one more archetype I'm forgetting between.
Maybe Gem Knights is also missing.
Yeah, Gem
Mimi.
Knight are missing. Mimigul. Yeah.
But I think it's not gonna be Relis, Raizi or Melis, obviously. So
Yeah. No way. Those cards are gonna be on the pack. Like.
yeah. So I think it's not gonna be that crazy. But I mean, for example, if it's Crystron, it would be weird because why would the fuck would you announce Argo Stars, but not the new Crystron support?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Crystron
So
is like actually playable. Like you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Crystron is
Also,
actually-
okay. So I just checked. I just checked the statement, and he said deck type. He said there's another deck type, and I am baffled that they did not reveal it. Like he knows that it's in the pack, right?
It might be overreacting because I mean I haven't. First of all, I don't know why he didn't leak it. Like, what's the problem? What's the issue with just saying what it is?
No, I don't know.
Uh,
You know.
Like,
I
second of
mean,
all, it might be attention bait. I don't know. Because like there is no shot that it's like Malice or Izel, which like this is what we are waiting for. All
I
of
mean,
these,
okay,
like,
so
Mermail-
it's definitely not those two, right? But it's gotta be something else that is like big enough to where like it should have been revealed. But like, what do we mean by deck type? Archetype. That's what I'm assuming. It's gotta mean archetype.
yeah,
Could
but
also
that's
be.
what
Could
pushes
also
me
be.
to yeah.
It could also be the new 10G support from TCG. Like there are a lot of like small support cards that could still be like coming out on this pack. Apparently Konami doesn't care about it, so they didn't reveal it on the announcement, which is also crazy. I mean, not even that like the main league did not find out about it. Also, Konami did not announce it. So this shouldn't be that crazy of a deck type, I would say.
Yeah. If I had to get, I mean, either Gem Knight because we got block back, or 6M, I think.
Yeah, 6M could be possible.
But like it's still weird because like I don't feel like even 6M, like let alone Gem Knight, is worse than Argo Stars. Like,
I mean,
Yes,
it's hard to find decks that are worse than Argo Stars. You know, like it.
yes.
yes, I don't know
I could
why would you
probably
make this-
I could probably make like a fucking UA deck right now that still is better than Argo Stars. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't expect too much from the last league. This pack is probably skip.
Yeah.
It
I
has
mean,
like 2-3 good cards, but the rest
it's
is kinda
like
bad.
I mean, it's like if you want Mermails, right, or Atlanteans, right, you probably pull from the pack still, I think. And then
Yes.
if not, if you're not interested in that, you just craft Lacrima, which obviously is you are because it is like revealed here, right? Like Lacrima you are, and you just craft the one Lacrima and you're just done with the pack, right?
Yes, because
And
you have to save your
Agnum Day
gems.
probably.
You have to save your gems because the next pack or the next 2 packs are gonna be format evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So you should save your gems.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah.
advise that.
Wait,
Yeah, 'cause
actually,
we are-
before
we are
that,
approaching-
what? When is the Worlds? When is Worlds?
And 1 month and 14 days.
1 month and 14 days. Oh, so I mean, to be
Oh,
fair,
you mean Worlds?
to be fair,
Worlds are-
Ryzel might be like after Worlds.
Do you mean Worlds or do you mean the qualifiers?
No, Worlds, like actual Worlds.
Ah, okay, wait. Okay, actual Worlds, I don't know, like 2.5 months or something?
2.5 months.
It was September last time.
Because
no?
like what I'm
Yeah,
thinking, what I'm thinking
Yeah, it
is
was
that
August.
they could do Worlds where Blue Eyes is best deck and just postpone
Nah,
the
nah.
Ryzel. But
Nah,
like
nah,
I feel like that
nah.
would be like postponing too much if it's 2.5
The-
months.
It's not just postponing. There is nothing to release anymore. Like they cannot keep dodging it. Like the only thing they can do now is start releasing like I don't know K9 shit and the other stuff and just completely ignore Ryzel and Malice. And but that would be a huge mistake because you want to have a format when those two decks are uncontested. Like from Konami's perspective, you want to make like the entire Malice deck you are, the entire Ryzel deck you are, and just sell that shit and let that be a meta for like.
I mean,
next,
will they be
like,
uncontested though? Will they be uncontested? Like I still think like
Yes, uncontested.
Uncontested. Without a
Uncontested.
doubt, Snake
Uncontested.
Eye will be solid tier 2, But
Yes.
like with those decks in full consistency, that you don't have to run like almost any bricks to play, and like still have better board. I guess Ryzel doesn't really have better board than Snake Eyes, but it's still like a better, like more consistent deck that can side lock you. And
Literally,
Malice being a crazy combo deck that can end on like board that is 10 times better than Snake Eyes board.
literally, the only reason why Blue Eyes is meta right now is that we have not like received Malice and Ryze yet. Like Blue Eyes is not that good. Like Blue Eyes at the moment is crazy good. I get that. But if Ryze and Malice come out, Blue Eyes is nothing. It's tier 2.
Yeah,
Why?
Blue Eyes in general is just not a crazy good deck, right? It's just like a go first, like Gamba style deck. Like going second, you don't really stand much of a chance unless you just like hardcore fucking go in on the hand traps and hope, right? Like it's a very like one trick style deck, which is why like I still consider that like Snake Eyes is the best deck, but we're gonna talk a bit more about that later, right? But I'm not, because I'm not too familiar with the Ryziel and Malice, right? But I do know that from
Oh
everybody
boy.
I've heard that like before Beatrice, Snake Eyes would be the best deck if Ryziel and Malice came out, right?
I don't know
Yes.
where you heard it, but
So
I still disagree. I still
I
disagree.
So
also I
I
also
like I've talked to like a couple YCS champs too, and they also agree on this one.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's all highly
it's master,
theoretical.
and also we are playing master duel
Yeah.
format. Don't forget about this. Is the Snake Eye board crazier? Yes. Is Snake Eye more consistent? No. Snake Eye is not more consistent than full power Ryze. Every Ryze card is one card starter into at least like 6 disruptions. Also, like how do we evaluate this? Because Ryze is a very consistent deck. For example, in DC Cup, I would love to play Ryze because I know the chance of me bricking is very low. I can most certainly always resolve my combo and have a board, And I don't have to fear Maxi because Ryze has a good play into Maxi. Like there's no single hand trap that fucks me completely. Like okay, draw hurts a bit, yes, but except draw, everything else is fine. But like in Snake Eyes, you watched the last DC Cup, right? People played Snake Eyes in the Beatrice full power meta, right? Like Snake Eyes was insane. But like, bro, if they got Fuvalos, they passed on nothing. If they've got Maxi, they passed on nothing. So I don't think that in Master Duel, Snake Eyes is the best deck. No, no way. Not when
You know
these
how
decks.
I like to look at it, especially Ryziel. Like, Ryziel has Ice, X, Sword, 9 cards. Every single one of those cards is Snake Eyes Ash and Snake Eyes Poplar at the same time. Every single one, except Ice. Ice is, I guess, like normal. Like Ice is basically Snake Eyes Ash, but X and everything else is just Poplar that you don't have to add. You just slam it down from hand, and you have 9 of those. While you have one Snake Eye Ash, Bonfire. Bonfire is also any Ryziel name that you like, any good Ryziel name that you want. So like you just have a deck that is like on paper and in like actual matches just better Snake Eyes. You know, you can still do Finsmith stuff even with Ryziel. Like you're not always locked into rank 4, so you can still do Finsmith stuff. You can like also sight lock. Like you can do whatever you want in the game, but instead of having like one Snake Eyes Ash and like 2 bonfires, you now have 9 ashes, 9 poplars, and like 3 bonfires, 3 7 tachyons and whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can just do that whatever, and in addition to that, fucking X is crazy into any board. Like you just slam down X and pitch aggregator and you're cooking. Like
Yes.
it is just it's very hard deck to stop even if you have Snake Eyes with 3 Appaloosa negates, one aggregator can check Appaloosa like pretty easily. You can even chain block. Like you can go chainlink one aggregator to target up or chainlink 2 X if you don't really need to resolve X. You know, and
Yeah,
up
and
is gone.
also like someone in chat just mentioned, he's absolutely right. In Ryziel, you have a full like toolbox of rank 4 monsters. You can even play Ryziel with Fiendsmith, which in my opinion is not the goo for Master Duel, because you have a deck that has a good Maxi plan. When you put in Fiendsmith cards, you have a terrible plan into Maxi. So I don't think Ryziel with Fiendsmith will be the craziest thing in Master Duel. But what I'm saying is like Ryziel has a whole toolbox. Also Malice has like the whole Cybers like pool available for him. And also like Snake Eyes, I don't know, bro. Like I think with these two new decks, people are not gonna play it. I don't know. It's still good. Like don't like yeah. If you draw starter extender Maxi out, you will win obviously. But I don't know if it's the call for DC Cup or for Worlds. if Razian Mel is out. But that's always like hypothetical, right? Like we don't know when it comes out. It could also be that it comes out in 3 months, bro. We don't know that. We are not Konami employees, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but yeah, and something else that I want to talk about, the leaks, quote unquote, right? It's not exactly leaks, it's like very minor stuff, but wait, let me just show you guys. So like there's gonna be overall like UI updates, you know, like quality of life, you know, like stuff to Master Duel. We're also getting a special animation for Fualos and Purulia. Like you guys are about to get fucking clapped in like
It's already out.
with an animation.
Don't
Oh, it's
know.
already out. Never fucking mind.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
All of that is it's 4 GB update for
Yeah,
this.
it was like, okay, so I, because I haven't played the ranked, but yes, so getting Fualos with an animation, you know, now I'll hate the card even more. That is very peak.
It's good, bro. It's good.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, let's talk a bit about the current meta game. You know, so more or less, there is not too many changes in terms of meta, right? Like if, like even in just like in representation alone, you know, like Fire King has kind of fallen off a bit. Let me just show you. Let me just open here, the thing here, right? Fire King has kind of fallen off a
And
bit.
without
Is
you.
it is no
Yeah.
longer the tier 2. Like it's kind of like the people are understanding that like there's very little reason to properly play Fire King over regular Snake Eyes Finsmith still. You know, like Snake Eyes Finsmith is still the better deck, right? So like Blue Eyes still the most represented deck. People are just super tired of Finsmith. And now there is one thing though. There's been a rise in Finsmith, like just like Finsmith pile decks, and I'm not even really sure why it happened. You know, like just Finsmith piles. I've seen it in Challenger Cups. I've seen it in the ranked. I see it like a lot. Why?
I can tell you why. Bestials in more than one amount can be devastating for Blue Eyes. And also like in general, Finsmith piles are more mid-rangey, and in slower formats like this one where you have Blue Eyes as a deck that is like most represented deck, you can afford to like not pass on the strongest end board and have a good grind game and try to outgrind Blue Eyes, because you are probably not gonna get killed. Even if they manage to break your board, you're probably not dead. So
I mean, there's also true,
yeah,
and the
it's
fact
very
that
good
like,
into
and the
Blue
fact
Eyes.
that like pure Finsmith board do not necessarily like make a crazy end board, but that's not necessarily like needed against Blue Eyes anyway. Like that Blue Eyes does not is not a deck that has that many pushes. So,
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are also like people played Primate cards, but now with Lacrima, format is gonna slow down even more. I mean, slow down in a like manner that like Finsmith control decks are actually like fresh
No,
in comparison to like to Snake Eyes. Even in comparison to Blue Eyes, they're just fresh. Like you can play mid-range deck that is not Blue Eyes, and that's like very good, and it's gonna be very decent.
but
But
before,
yeah.
before I move on to like the new decks and like what I think like the meta changes are gonna be, uh, let's watch a replay because I want you guys to like look at a another like sort of like deck in the block, right? And let me just show you something fun here, right? So do not mind the name
Show
here.
me.
We don't. Okay, so let me just you know. So I'm just like, okay, so I feel like something, some sort of an interruption here, right? Like I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to play around a bit, like a bit safe, you know, as you will, right? But you know, let me just, you know,
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at Memento stuff. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
sure
yeah, 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 you know,
what am I looking.
and then you know, okay, so what is this?
Retaliating C. Retaliating C.
Cook.
It's like, okay, so wait, it's not even over yet, by the way, right? Like this is miserable enough as is, right? But it's not even over yet. Look at this, right? Because I'm like in my head, I'm like, what deck is playing Retaliating C right now, right? and then he does this. Hello?
Das weiß ich noch.
Into this? Like, why? What is this deck? You know what I'm saying? Like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck am I fighting against right now? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you still win here. Like, no?
I mean, I do, but what is this deck? Like, it's more about like the fact that like, why is this a thing? It did 4K, by the way. That was miserable. But and then it just normal summons the barrel. You know, I have to ash because you know I'm fucking like going through it right now. You know,
Hey,
because
to be fair, this does make Baron now.
yeah, that's why I have to pop it. So
Okay, bro cooked. Bro cooked. I can't lie to you, bro cooked.
yeah, you know, and then I just do this and like all that jazz, you know, and then I get fucking nipped for my life savings. But you know, because getting nipped on your own turn on the opponent's turn is like the most elemental thing ever. So yeah, he just
Wait,
does look.
24 promote with Creation King.
He does.
No, not in the same chain. Not in the same chain.
Not in the same chain, no. And yeah, so whatever. He just loses here, like he has no place. He has a dead fucking drill beam here, right? I'm not even gonna like bother here too much. Oh, he just scooped anyway. So his name is Kids, by the way, and let's confirm the opponent's deck here. Like what is this, bro? Why are you playing Frame Gear Alpha?
What the fuck is Frame Gear Alpha? What?
Well, look, I can say I can. I mean,
Based.
it does work for Hoppier Squadron. It does work for Hoppier Squad. Yeah, this is. I swear to God, this is Joshua Schmidt deck. Oh God, this is something he would play.
Yeah, he does that, I think.
Yep. Yep. It just. Yeah. Two drivers, my god. I mean, you
Hey-
play Prima, two drivers is not even
Yeah,
the
makes
worst thing
sense.
ever.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and like you know, he's even playing the fucking side frame like trap, you know, and like you know, like this is like insane. You know, like do you know what was like in between like me and losing that game? One freaking bestial. Like you had one freaking bestial to that mix, it's over. You know, but yeah, like he's even playing double Silvera, by the way. Like why, bro? Why do you even need double Silvera? Like how? That's crazy. Well, I guess like he can just make like a two Silvera play and like attack for lethal because they buff each other. Maybe that could be it. But
I guess.
not once per turn. How do you even summon it more than once per turn though? Like there's no way. But yeah, so I'm just is he running two drills and all roars? Yes, he is running two drills and all roars. He's even playing this guy though. What? Why is he even playing the Primate Imperial Dragon? I just noticed.
No, nobody knows, bro. Nobody.
Okay,
knows.
anyway, so these kind of decks, bro, I keep seeing it around as well. It's like, I mean, I guess this works with like driver, right? Because like you like gamma, you know, and then you like fucking use this to tribute over the driver, right? And like, yeah,
Yep.
and then like fucking hand trap.
Sorry, I had to time out Gera for one day. Mordred, look at Shadowrun, please. Yeah, let's continue, please.
Yeah, so another deck that like really kind of like popping off lately, right? And now we're gonna be talking about like the new decks spot in the meta, right? So straight up, let's go like to the elephant in the room. What spot do you think Mermaid gets? Do you think it's like a solid tier 3?
Do you mean now?
No, like yeah, Mermaid dropping, you know, like it's gonna drop in like what 2 days, whatever it is, right? Do you think it's like a solid tier 3 deck?
Yeah, tier 3. I agree. Yeah, at the moment, it's playable. Like I said, it's not the best, but it's good. Like you can play it. But yeah, you should use your time as a mermaid player to like relieve it until Rise V comes out.
Bro
So I
said
would say tier three.
get your fix, you know, get your fix.
If you want to play it and if you want to win like tournaments, meta weeklies, whatever, you should play it now. Because I think now it can cook, because Blue Eyes is actually the best deck at the moment. It can break boards. Going first, it's really strong against it. Not a lot of people are playing Fruvalos right now, so I think you should play Mermaid now. if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spend 500 UR dust to build Mermail plate for a month, and then dismantle it to build half Ryziel. Next month.
Mermail will be third best deck. So right now the three best decks are Blue Eyes, Snake Eyes, and then Memento.
I agree. Yeah.
I
Does
don't think that Mermail will be the third best. The third best deck.
does
It might be
Mermail beat Memento?
The thing is, you know what's the thing? The thing is that right now you have Blue Eyes as a like almost standalone best deck. Then you have Snake Eyes, which is maybe like up there, maybe not. We are not sure. And then you have everything else, and Mermail falls into everything else. Like it's on the top of everything else, but it's still in the pool with all these other decks. It's not like a clean third best deck, or it doesn't stand out.
Yeah,
From
but
the
people,
from
but
the other
people
decks.
will play it. It's a new deck, new toy syndrome, right? People will play it.
Yeah, for
People,
sure, for
people
sure,
want
for
to
sure.
try to find the
I,
lines.
I think I will also play it. I think I don't know. I'll have to check like how expensive it is because as I said, you know, like Brazil and Melissa around the corner. I do kind of want to save, but I will like look a bit on the on like how expensive it is, and I will try to play it if I can, right? And also like the people are
Either one.
saying Memento over Finsmith Piles. Memento is easily the third best deck right now. Finsmith Piles, they're always like it's like usually just a bunch of fucking jank, you know. It either works or it doesn't. Memento is at least like consistent at what it does, right? If it goes first, you know, it can play through like depending on the hand, right? The hand will either play through 5 hand traps or like fall to 1. Like the hand quality is always the issue, right? But like on average, like Memento going first will just beat just about any deck, right? And Memento going second is very scary if super poly, right? If not super poly, it's like you know, like it won't really like break some of the strongest boards in the game, you know, but you know, it's definitely a very, very consistent deck. And it also plays through most hand traps like really well, right? Like under Fuwalos you play really well, under Droll you play really well, under Max C you can play really well if you have access to the spells, right? If you have access to the Bomb Party on the or the Fusion, right? You have very easy ways to like play under Maxi as well, right? Like I did show a replay of that early on during the stream, right? I've won like tournament matches, like in Challenger Cups, through the Maxi, you know, like going first, you know, you can just set, you're chilling as long as you have the spells. If you don't have the spells though, then it's rough, you know, that is like the deck is like fucking tier 9. But yeah. On the other hand, rocks, as Snaxol is saying, let's get you to bed, Grandma. You know, let's get you to bed. Like I'm surprised that like Adam Emancipator is still like 3 power levels here. Like I'm gonna assume it's winning. It's like topping some like 12-player tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Nah, bro. Bro, I think, like, with all due respect to all other Emancipator players, we should leave the deck in like 2022, 3, mostly.
We
Like,
should leave the
People
deck
can
in
have their fun.
2012.
People can have
Well,
their fun, though.
yeah, you can have the fun with your favorite archetype, but the truth is there is like 5 decks that do what Adam does better.
Yeah.
Like, better than Adam. And, like, that's just how it is. You know. It's a fun deck. I understand. I love excavating as well. You know, gambling. Same with tier. It's like same concept as tier. People love gambling, and like you play this deck, you know, to gamble with miners, even though it's not that impactful even if you miss, but it's still fun.
You should be
But
gamble with
yeah,
what?
you just have way too many useless cards in your deck that you have to play that are rocks. Rock monsters suck. Like all rocks suck. I can't think of a single rock monster that is good. They
Okay,
all
bro,
suck.
okay, no lie.
Blood Dragon.
There was somebody in like another chat that I was talking to, and bro said Adam Emancipator is like playing Blue Eyes, but you have to play 10 Blue Eyes, you know, and like you know what I'm saying,
More or less.
like, yes, there's good cards, but there's also so many bad cards, you know.
It's yeah, you have to play 3 Xeno guitars, which are basically Blue Eyes. Like you have to play Gigantes, which is also technically Blue Eyes if you like draw it with like
Yeah.
you know.
And like
without,
the good Emancipator cards are not even like proper Emancipator cards. Like like you say, okay, so like Millennium Engine, but like every deck was like using Millennium Engine, you know, like.
Yeah, curious, you know.
But it's still fine. It's still aight, you know. Like you guys can compare, you guys can have that fun, you know. But like I don't know about the top tiers, you know. It's like you lucky this is NDM tier list, bro, or you wouldn't be here. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah, it's not like bottom of the barrel like Argo Stars, but you know, it's also not like you know, nowhere near even Snake Eyes Fire King.
check your Meta Weekly.
Yeah,
Wait.
Hello,
Okay, so
everybody.
let's check the Meta
Snake-
Weekly. Let's entertain it and check the Meta Weekly. Wait, where's the Meta Weekly list? Meta Weekly here. Let's see.
Can
So
we go
this
to that meta weekly, please? Like not just I just want to see the decks that surrounded this.
okay. So
That's because it matters.
So it's 5 Blue Eyes, 3 Pure Finsmith, 1 Dance Emancipator, 1 Eld. Okay, buddy.
No.
Okay. We out. 1 Eldritch, bro.
Hey,
Like,
one
you-
one rescuers, bro.
No, I want to see the deck list. I want to see the deck list that surround this.
bro,
Like,
it's
that's-
1 Eldritch, bro. It's Eldritch. Like, what do you want to see about Eldritch, bro?
Scroll down.
It's Vanquish Soul too. Oh,
It's
Abo
not
Hamul?
just that. I also want to see Blue Eyes lists. I just want to see what meta weekly people build.
Abo one. Who would have thought? Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, is there Neo Kaiser Seahorse?
Neo Kaiser Seahorse, my goat. Ultimate Fusion, crazy, bro. He's
Okay,
cooking.
Ultimate Fusion. I understand.
Shut the fuck up, Moderate. Moonlight.
Okay, so like, let's see. Not a starter, not a starter, not a starter, not a starter unless you hit, not a starter, not a starter, and you play 3 of this, you know, like, what else? So like, no, this is a starter, I believe, if you did discard, but like, it's horrible into every, like, every hand trap, right? It's like, not a starter, not a starter. How many more not a starters do you need? I see what I mean, bro?
Not every deck has to be a starter.
Every card in the but like the thing is like okay, so like this is like it's not even extended, right? You draw like this and this and these two don't play. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, it's pointless to discuss something with a person that loves the deck, bro. If you would say Rescuers is bad, I would say no, you're clueless. But like,
yeah, so
I know
yeah,
Rescue
but like
is
so
bad.
we can't look at the rescue as deck list, so we're gonna have to like kick Nikki from the call. So yeah, but yeah, now into the big one. Lacrima drops. Snake Eyes easily best deck current format.
No.
No, you still
A
think it's
little
like
bit closer. A little bit closer to Blue Eyes, but Blue Eyes.
oh
So
no,
people say- people-
I don't think it's like close. I think even now Snake Eyes is like just barely better.
Okay, so the problem with that is Blue Eyes is like the most popular deck, you know?
Yeah,
People
it's
are not playing Fuvalos.
so-
Wait, let me finish.
yeah, okay.
People are not playing Fuvalos anymore, okay? People are not playing Fuvalos. But if they realize that Snake Eye is gonna be the best deck, or like is rising again because they got better one-card combos, every deck will contain 3 Fuvalos and 2 Maxi, and that is a problem for Snake Eyes and not really for Blue Eyes because even under Fuvalos or Maxis, Blue Eyes can still establish 2-3 disruption at least. People will argue, yeah, but Nicky Boy, they can still summon Lacrima and can send Paradise to have 1 cent. Okay, whatever, yes. You have 1 disruption against like 6 cards in hand. Congratulations. So I don't think that Snake Eye will be the best deck, but I do think Snake Eye will be at least tier 1 also. Like
Yeah.
they will be good, yes.
Okay, so here's my thing about that, right? So I do think that Snake Eyes is like easily tier 1 right now, right? I do think that these decks are like on par simply because like yes, okay, so Blue Eyes when it goes first, right? It does have a better play into like the how do I put this? Into the blowout hand traps that includes exactly Maxi and Fualos, right? Unless it's exactly these two, Snake Eyes plays better into Droll, right? It plays
Not really.
oh, what do you mean? Not really. Like Snake Eyes
What is-
literally does
No, no,
full,
no.
it's literally unbothered by Droll. Like Blue Eyes
Normal summon Sage, search Maiden, you draw me, I end on 5 disruption. Good luck.
what are your 5
Normal summon
disruptions?
Burial set, add Drill Beam, and if I have Maiden, or I don't need to resolve this,
What are your
Add-
5
add
disruptions you're
Maiden.
ending on? What are your 5 disruptions you're ending on with just normal summon say? With just the drill. With
Normal
just
summon
the
Sage. First of all, you have a shit ton of cards that surround this. Like it's I'm not gonna talk about one Sage versus Droll and nothing else in my hand. You know.
I mean,
There is gonna be first of
but the
all,
thing is, but the thing is, then I can also have like, okay, so like, then Snake Eyes will do the full combo. Literally, normal summon Snake Eyes Dash, nothing else does full combo.
yeah, but the thing is, Droll sucks against both decks. Like, if I would
Yeah,
understand this argument,
but it's also
if Droll murdered Blue Eyes, okay, maybe Snake Eyes is better into Droll, but Blue Eyes is not bothered by it as much as that cantrip like should do against the deck. You know, because when you resolve Droll, you expect your opponent's turn to kinda end. If that doesn't happen, you wasted a card. Like that's basically
and
it. Second, like
no,
you
yeah, no,
play
my point is that like, okay, so like when it comes to like the way these two play into hand traps, right? It's like both decks don't really care about Ash. I think, you know, I think we can like kind of leave it at that, you know, like they if they have the extender, they have the extender, they have plenty extenders, right? Like Blue Eyes probably like has more more lines through the Ash, let's say. That's a weird
and
way
around, yeah.
around the Ash, you know. But the thing is that like Ash is a higher impact on Blue Eyes if you like hold it, right? So for example, if you Ash like a Bonfire or a Snake Eyes Dash, right? There's a million ways the Snake Eyes can still develop into full combo, right? Whereas if you Ash like a Wishes, you know, yes, they will still have like a bunch of plays, right? Like but it's still not full combo, right? Like no matter what, if you Ash the Wishes, the board will be weaker, right? There will not be a Veiler, there will not be like the search of the trap if they, you know, trying to go for it, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
the thing,
it's the fact that like
the thing that
Snake Eyes, like
okay,
the way Snake Eyes plays is hand traps either do a lot or do absolutely nothing.
yeah, and against Blue Eyes, they do absolutely nothing. Like most of the time. Like
Blue Eyes
you
is
can
just
have
like usually consistent enough to where it doesn't. But like for example, even if you like normal summon like a what is it? Uh fucking barrel, right? Even if you normal summon a barrel, right? A National Link 1 does play around you having the extender Sage, right? Then you need to have like the Maiden extender, you know, but like still you can use the Sage normal summon to go for the Veiler and all that jazz, right? Like hand traps in general are like a bit higher impact into Blue Eyes, and the board is less oppressive than Snake Eyes, right? But the big thing is that Snake Eyes actually can go second, and I
I
think
mean,
that's like
if
that's like
both
my
if both decks full combo, I would say that like Blue Eyes board is not that much behind with like Crimson Dragon plays, Drill Beam, Pop 2. I don't know if you play Ultimate Fusion, maybe a couple of failures that you search. I don't think you're that. I still don't think that's breakable.
It's
And
okay, no, but like
if
something that like makes like Snake Eyes a bit better, I think, is that like for example into because like Memento is still part of the meta, right? Like it's like the third most used decks even in Challenger Cups, right? Like against Super Poly, for example, like specifically, right? If Memento has Super Poly, 8 out of 10 times they break the Blue Eyes field, right?
I mean, yeah, my board has been
But
broken by Memento
but
too many times,
if
but it is what it is.
but the Super Poly, for example, is not as good into Snake Eyes, right? So there's like a bunch of like things that just that I think make Snake Eyes like a bit better as a board.
I
Like
mean,
it's close. Like the Blue Eyes board is definitely strong, right? But I think the big one, the big difference between these two, where why I put Snake Eyes like a tad bit higher, you know, is the fact that the deck actually can go second. Like especially now,
I
especially with Lacrima, right? You with Lacrima, 2 pushes, like 2 cards is 3 pushes, right? And like Diabell see like
uh,
a 2500 beater, you know, like there's I don't know.
I I see where you're coming from, but what it all comes down to is when I think about it, if I'm going to absolutely try hard the event, my choice is 10 out of 10 boys. Like if I have to play Duelist Cup tomorrow, my choice is 10 out of 10 is gonna be Blue Eyes and not
Yes,
Snake Eyes.
yes,
If
yes,
I'm gonna play Challenger Cup to win it or any other tournament that we, if there was a Master Duel YCS right now, I would play Blue Eyes in a blink of an eye tomorrow. It's like it's a deck that, especially in like if you talk ladder and stuff like that, even there, the amount of the hand quality, the amount of times that you're gonna better draw better than your opponent just because your deck is built like that, is so much higher than with Snake Eyes, where like you but like when you win a coin with Snake Eyes, like that's one of the first things that you hope for. I win the coin, you win the coin, then you pray you don't break. You pray that
Okay,
you
nah,
don't draw
you
like
you
a
can
thing
you
that
can you
sucks.
can you can go like East Times in Snake Eyes as much as you want. I don't think like breaking is like a proper issue. I think it's like the real issue is like usually like the second hand trap, right? I feel like it's common to have like a starter, you know, like the amount of times where you don't have a starter is not like very high, right? Whereas like having like a starter and extender is also like all right. Like the problem is like the second hand trap. Second hand trap, you know, like Snake Eyes hit to a point right now where the second hand trap, you know, is like very very bad, you know, in most cases. Whereas like Blue Eyes is like more likely to be able to play through that second hand trap. But like Blue Eyes does also like struggle like a lot more with cards like Ogre, for example, while Snake Eyes doesn't, right? Like I think it's just like a hand trap choice in this case. But I don't know. I still feel like Snake Eyes is a bit better. But with the Lacrima, you know, I feel like it's like a buff, a big enough buff to where I think like it's just like barely better. Just me though.
I mean, it's about to be seen. You'll see. I one thing is to theorize about it. Completely second, like other thing is to actually play in this format.
Yeah, and
And
also like another thing is like that like people say like because I've heard people say like Blue Eyes is so much more represented. So like, is it better? I do not think that's the reason Blue Eyes is more represented. It's mostly about the fact that people are just kind of tired of Snake Eyes, right? Like
people tired of Maxi. Like I have been living my best life since I'm playing Blue Eyes against Maxi.
that
Like
is
if I
also
get
true.
Maxi, it doesn't even bother me. Like yeah, I look at my hand. There is like a drill beam chilling. There is like hard drawn trap or something that is usually a brick. Now sure, that's additional disruption for me. Yeah, like it's just not that big of
Blue
a
Eyes is
deal.
also
I'm
just
not
really
crying when I
easy.
get
That is
Maxi.
also true. Blue Eyes is a way easier deck.
That we can agree on. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like there's a lot of things that make Blue Eyes more represented than Snake Eyes, right? But I don't think the actual power of the deck is one of them, right? Like I do think that these are very very like equal in that like regard, like very very close. You know, yeah, like I feel like you can make an argument for both sides, but like it's always close in my opinion.
Yeah, they're very close for sure. Like a good Snake Eyes player, like can definitely do a lot with the deck.
So
It is and like yeah,
so
cell withdrawal is also very
so
powerful and
somebody
stuff
in
like
chat
that.
is saying Mordred, don't lie. I saw you drawing bricks last stream and molding.
Yes, I draw bricks and I usually complain how I play my Blue Eyes deck with like 4 cards in my hand every game, but that usually doesn't matter because every card is plus on plus, and like it's just not that. No, it's not that big of a deal unless you draw like 3 bricks. You know.
But yeah,
But yeah.
so okay, so like we don't agree on the fact that like Snake Eyes is like best deck with Lacrima. The buff is not that big, right? Like it's not like
No, no,
undisputed, right? Like you can
the
make
buff.
an argument for
No,
both sides still.
no, the buff is good, really good.
No, I mean like it's not big enough to the point where like it's undisputed best deck, right? You still can make an
At this
argument for either side, right?
at this point, the only thing that could make Snake Eyes deck way better than it is are actual hits on the engine. That's the biggest problem with deck is like you can buff engine surrounding it however you want. If the real engine doesn't get unhit or something,
Mhm.
the deck is never going to be what it used to be anymore.
Yep,
Especially with new releases.
yep.
So
Like
snash back to 3. Let's go.
yeah,
But yeah, so this is the point where actually we do like a bit of a little bit of a tournament talk of what's actually happening on the tournament scene. And boy, do we have some bangers this week for the tournament scene. All right. So first of all, wait, let me just take this, do this, do this. Okay, so we do have the Cosmic Clash, right? It's a tournament hosted by the Duelist Wave. You can find all the details in my Discord, !Discord in chat. Somebody do the !Discord in chat. So there's the prize pool, the first place, second place, all that up to you, the entry, the how you enter. Another one is the Phoenix Festival, right? It is a like $50 prize pool, so basically a Meta Weekly, right? But the first play gets 30 instead of 25. So there's the bonus there, and it is this Sunday at 9 p.m. Central European time, right? So how that translates up to you, just join the Discord. The time here is translated to your own like local time, right? So we have that. We have the Guild of Gurus, which like have like multiple tournaments. One of them happens like 10 minutes. Actually, that's funny. And then there's another one on Saturday. You know, like again, all the times in here. And then we have, I do believe we do have the Cloudy Weekly also this Sunday. We do have anything I'm missing here. I do believe there's also the Labro Family tournament, but I think that has already started for today. I believe, right? So yeah. Because it is like every weekend. It is every Wednesday, sorry. So yeah, those are more or less all the tournaments. Again, join the Discord, and in the tournament announcements, that is all you need. Also, if you want, you can grab the tournament players. You'll get pinged every time there's a new tournaments, right? GB Championship 3 coming this month. No leaks yet, but you didn't hear it from me, okay? So yeah. That is more or less all the tournaments that is happening. Again, join the Discord. You'll find all the info there. And now it is that time of the year, boys. It is that time of the year. Nikki, call the boys. Call the boys. Like tell the Discord people. Tell the Discord people. You know what we're going to be covering here. You know what we're going to be covering.
Is it time for the prestigious T2 trials? No.
I mean, I don't know about prestigious, but you know, it is time for the T2 trials.
I mean, 30 teams in starting season. Tell me another league that had that.
GB Championship. Let's go. So where's the?
Wait, I had one question about GB Championship. How many players did your last tournament have?
100, I think.
100. Gonna do a research.
What research?
Go on. It's fine.
Bro, what you mean go on? Like this is your thing. Wait, where do I find wait.
In the Discord.
It's only in Discord.
It's implement it on the website.
Fair. Is it on the announcements?
So GB Championship had 99, but T2 Trades channel also had 99. That's crazy, bro. Interesting.
Okay, fair.
I mean, would you look at that, bro? That's
hard stack
crazy
90,
tournament.
Hard stack 99, bro. We can't even get the fucking third. We can't even get the third. You know, a third digit.
Yeah.
Third digit. Crazy. But Cloudy can. So hey, Cloudy got us all, both beat. So yeah. We are in the top 8 for the T2 trials right now. Which now something funny, right? Remember how I said that like my bet for for last week, right? For the top 16, right? It was all the top teams, which means I was wrong on 2 occasions.
I was actually right on every match, if you recall it. Because I was saying Cuddle Puddle will win. I told you A4 will win, and I also told you that UBS will lose because of the curse. And I was right.
Damn. Bro fucking saw the fucking tea leaves, bro. Fucking Nikki.
Nah, but like I think this top 8 is looking stacked as fuck.
Like, bro, like this is the like this is on God, bro. This is fucking Nikki. Like, where's the guy? Where's the guy, bro? Where's the guy? Where's the guy? Where's the guy? Where's the fucking like this is Nikki, bro. On God, this is Nikki, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's me.
Like this is the curse of the UW, the fucking United we stand, bro. Fucking Nikki, bro. So let's go back to the Discord here, right? So wait, we have this. I was right. I was wrong on exactly Cuddle Puddle beating Labro Family, right? And B&E winning against UWS, right? The curse was way too real. We lost way too many coins. It'd be like that, right? And we didn't have Pesha in the lineup. Pesha do be carrying. So yeah. So otherwise, the top teams do be winning. So it is rigged.
Yes.
Okay, just Cuddle Puddle and the B&E have escaped the matrix. Now,
Can I say something?
mhm.
So I wanna give shoutouts to the best 2 top 16 matches, and especially the one match that was like the craziest was SCS versus Espada. This was I don't know if like anybody watched that, but I was watching it on second screen where I was playing Challenger Cup, and holy shit, bro, this was some high class Yu-Gi-Oh! It was insane. We had like 4 or 5 people with gold icons fighting each other like through 3 sets. Yeah, Himna streamed it, true. This was actually a pretty crazy game. Like, actually, both teams would have deserved to win there, actually. And I'm gonna be honest, I think if Espada gets matched against any other team here, I think they win. So they got really unlucky with the structure of the tournament tree. But this was a crazy game. And I also joined LBF versus Cuddle Puddle because LBF was leading 4-2 in the last set. So they only needed to win one game, and then they lost all 3, and somehow they still lost. Like, this was also crazy turnaround from Cuddle Puddle. And yeah, these were my 2 favorite top 16 matches.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Also, Mordred,
Yeah.
like you notice how like ever since like Nikki got his like third spot, bro, he's been like glazing the gold icons a bit more. You know, just me. You know,
I
bro
mean,
said,
it is what it is.
bro said I'm part of the club now. You know.
no, but like not about like glazing and shit. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest with you.
I'm kidding.
This match was different. Like if you watch, for example, McDonald's against Skibbity, bro, and you compare this match against nothing against these players, but like if you compare this match against SCS versus Espada, these are 2 different forms of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion. Like this is completely different. Like not on hating or anything or something, right? But like it is different. So that was my
Not
perspective.
hating, but the other guys are ass. By the way, okay.
I didn't say that actually.
Okay, so what did you got? Something to say? Do we move to predictions?
Yeah, sure. So you want to start top left or top right?
Top left, because that's where the scoop thing is. So
BUF versus Cuddle Puddle. Okay.
you ever
Go ahead.
Cuddle Puddle? I feel like it's like kind of unanimous agreeing on BOF here.
Yes. I think it will be close because I still
Like
I think
I
after
think
like
it's like in this one it's hard to bet against BOF, right?
yes.
Like in this
Yes.
particular like position, you know, like if Cuddle Puddle does win, it will 1,000,000% be the upset, right? Like Cuddle Puddle definitely going in as the underdogs in this one.
They do, but don't underestimate them because they still have like a lot of good players. And if they somehow can find, and also don't forget, their matches are scheduled on like Saturday or Sunday. And think about it. On Friday there's a new pack, right? So building decks now is like a big point in like these matches because these matches are the first matches with, like the new pack, you know, like with new cards.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone can solve the format really early or can find the secret goo really fast, I think they have an upside. And maybe Cuddle Puddle or like BOF, they find out the secret goo and they clutch it up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so hear me out.
So
If Cuddle Puddle
yeah.
pulls up with 3 Argo stars, do we all agree to give them like one set of advantage? Like they will start as one all-in sets.
Yes. So if they all start with Argo stars, I think we can do that. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. So, uh, so yeah, Cuddle Puddle, you know, like yeah, they're definitely the underdogs here. Like as somebody said, I call them the Powerpuff Girls. Somebody said, I won't say who, but yeah. On the other hand, though, we like the script is flipped. Okay, so Phoenix versus McDonald's, 1,000% Phoenix the favorites, right? Like
So from
McDonald's the underdogs.
I wouldn't call them underdogs because McDonald's like only won one match the whole tournament, and it was against Canada, which is fair. I think both teams are good. I think both teams have to perform with their A game players. You know what I'm saying? Like put the bear on the bench, you know, like
The true
put Hobart on
for
the
sure, bro.
bench.
Like hear me out.
Yeah.
Whenever I had Bear in WAD, bro, he was only there to fucking make the icons, bro. Like the fucking like the you know what I'm talking about, like the freaking team graphics, right? That's all he was there
Yes.
for. So yeah, so Bear on the bench, you know what I'm saying? But like I feel like that's just like a thing for like every single match in Top Cut. Like in Top Cut, you cannot afford to put like the shitters, right? Like you gotta put the A
Yeah,
game.
you have to. Yeah, you have to lock in. Yeah. But like, if both teams lock in, this is gonna be a really close match. I still think that if both teams are putting up their main players, I think PG has an upside because I still think that they are better player-wise individually, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But McDonald's is kind of a T2 team, so I mean they're also not bad. But I still would give it to PG. But it's close. I think that this is the closest match, I would say, from all the matches, in my opinion.
You think that's the closest? To be fair, I feel like all of them are kind of close. Like even all for even all for one versus like I think we'll move on to the all for one here, right? All for one versus Canada. I think all for one is actually pretty like closer than we kind of give it the credit for. You know, like all for one is not a bad team.
Ah,
No, hear me out.
I
Hear me out, hear me out, hear me
Canada
out.
will cook.
Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. So I was the one that last week. Didn't you say that Mickey Mouse will win against A4? I think someone said that. Someone said that. Maybe it was Mordred or someone. I don't remember actually.
Mickey Mouse.
But actually, yeah, someone said
no
Mickey
no
Mouse
no.
will...
I remember. I said all the top teams win. So
Okay.
definitely I remember I definitely had. Also Murasaki, thanks so much for the 14-month sub. Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, W Murasaki, shout out to Murasaki, bro. My God. I don't know if you was it, but like someone in T2 Discord, but someone told me like, yeah, A4 is getting cooked, and I told them like A4 is crazy. I think they will win, but I also told them like A4 is gonna get top 8, but I think in top 8 it's over. Like, I think
Look.
A4 is really good, but there is no shot I'm gonna say that this team has an upside against Canada. No way.
I don't know.
Canada,
I don't think anybody. I don't think there's like any team in this league outside of like maybe SCS that you could
SCS.
make an argument for having an upside against Canada, right? Like, I don't think you did the argument. Like even against SCS, right? You could say like okay, it's kind of equal, but like even against SCS, it's hard to say. Oh, SCS is like the favorite to win, right? Like even there, it's like ambiguous, right? So it's definitely like not definitely the upside, but I think it's closer than like it's gonna like you remember if I recall correctly, like Canada versus GOE was actually very close.
No, it was 2-0. It was so fucking.
Wait, was
close.
it in was it the match before that then? Was it the match before Top Cut? Because I remember I think it was the week 6 match, right? I think it was the week 6 match, and it was actually super close in against Canada.
Could be, yeah, but like GUA was not close. They cooked him 2-0 in like 50 minutes. That was the reason why I streamed rating after that, because I was like, it was so fast over. Like that was so insane.
Okay. But
yeah. So
Canada,
Canada
definitely the favorite though. Canada definitely the favorite to win.
Favorite,
but I don't think like all for one since like 0 chance, right? I do think that they could like very well win that, right? It's just like it's not in their favor, right? Like I wouldn't like if I had to place like $1 million, probably not on all for one.
No, so what I'm saying is like all for one is definitely a good team, and out of all the teams in top 8, they definitely played the most good Yu-Gi-Oh I've watched, except Canada and SCS. Like they're playing clean. But for example, Yusuf, shoutouts, he played with Goblin Bikers last week, and apparently it worked. But like, if he brings Goblin Biker against Canada, I'm telling you, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. They have to log in. If they log in with real decks, with like after the new pack, some W decks, bro, cooking is happening, in A4 camp, maybe. But I would still bet that Canada are gonna win that. But like I already told you, I don't think Canada will win the tournament. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so.
And now let's move to the other side of like the last match here with I think like it's like hard not to bet on SCS, right? On this last match?
Yeah, it's a rematch. It's a rematch. They faced each other off in the groups, actually.
Yeah, and what was the score for that actually? Do you remember?
think it was 2-1 for SCS, but it was actually really close.
Wait.
So these two teams are like really great Asian Chinese teams. Like they are crazy good at the game. Like both teams. They both have like two actual like insane players, and bro, like this game can go either way. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like when in the football World Cup when like Spain has to play against Brazil or something like that. But you have like two giants facing off against each other. Like you can't really say who's better. Like both are really good. Like if you take a look, it was 2-1. I think it
Okay,
was
so
5-4,
so
5-4 or something.
look at this. Look at this. So it was 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss all rounds, right? It's crazy close, crazy close.
Yes, and this was even on tiebreakers, and we removed the tiebreakers, so I still think it's going to be really close. So I'm still betting on SCS because I think player quality wise they have a slight advantage,
Yeah.
very minimal advantage, but I would say this match is like 52-48 when it comes to like a ratio, you know. So I think this game is unpredictable. Like everything can happen. And I think the winner of this match is gonna have a good chance against Canada, in my opinion.
So winner of this wins the tournament.
Maybe. So I before the top cut started, I said SCS is gonna win. That's my guess for the whole tournament. But Canada also deserves to get their first final spot in like any team tournaments, right? I think all the time in third eye and stuff, they always lost in top 4. It's kind of like their curse. So I mean,
Yeah.
I still think they deserve it, but they're gonna have a crazy top 4 match. Like I'm looking already forward for the top 4 match.
Yeah.
Of the right side of the bracket. This is gonna be insane.
Imagine top 4 match ends up being like All for One versus B&E, bro.
It could happen.
So yeah, these are definitely the brackets, and when it comes to like favorites, I like for the whole tournament, I do think it's like either SCS or Canada, right? Like I think it's always between these two, right? It's like these two feel like they're like playing like in like a different tier, you know, and then there's like all the other good ones, right? But like these two are like I think like easily the top 2 teams.
Who do you think is gonna make it to the finals of the left side?
The left side, I think Phoenix Gaming. I think Phoenix Gaming locking in. Yeah, I think Phoenix. Like it. I think it's gonna be like as I said, like based on the predictions, right? Based on my prediction, it's gonna be like Phoenix Gaming versus BOF, and I think Phoenix Gaming can actually take that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like more leaning towards box, but I think whatever team wins in the top 4 will lose in the finals. That's my predictions. But if you get second, I mean, you get still a W prize.
But
like,
do you know how that could easily change? So basically, both BOF and Phoenix Gaming do have like pretty good relations with like someone known as the best coach in Master Rule. Okay, so if they do hire him, you know what I'm saying, you know, like easy finals, bro, easy finals. Okay.
Oh, you mean Emre? Oh, yeah, you mean Emre, right? Okay.
Yeah, Emre has Emre has not had a single he has not had a single hiring yet. So yeah, there's that. Wait.
And yeah, I just one thing about our league or like in general. Will there ever be like another team league like Third Eye or like something else again? Or is it only like A Wars and T2 Trials now?
I mean,
Will the other leagues ever return?
Okay, so wait, before I do anything, okay, so like I'm just saying. So yeah, about the Meta Weekly, about the freaking Meta Weekly, about the other leagues, I think, as I said, like Third Eye was like a good tournament, but like Waylay got cooked, so I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know if it's gonna come back, right? It all depends on whether like we get the Waylay back from the dead. as for the other tournaments, I think it's like just Bing Wars, right? And I do think Bing Wars is gonna come back. I'm not like, don't take my word for it, but I do think it does. It does. It does have like plans to start a new season, right? I don't think it plans on ending. At least I haven't heard it, but yeah. But again, don't take my word for it. Like I'm not really like
So you're not
basing it
sure
on
about
everything.
these 2 leagues.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
not sure about.
yeah. I do not have any info.
I'm actually kind of sure about one league that's gonna have a season 2, which like special rule sets and shit. You know? Do you know about this?
So is it like the B2 the Bozo twice or something like that, right?
Mm.
What the
Uh,
fuck is
I'm,
that?
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if the most of the people enjoyed our first season, I think season 2 with our new special rule set is gonna cook, bro. I think I made my mind up. I think I have a good decision about this. And I don't know what you think about the whole T2 Trials first season, Earl. I would like to hear feedback, by the way, from everyone. What you guys thought about this tournament and the structure and shit. But I
I
think
did actually enjoy it. I did actually enjoy it. You know,
yeah,
definitely like it was like a kind of like a fresh format, kind of, right? Because like
thank you, bro.
it's like it's not something you're ever used to. Like it's not nothing of this format has ever been done in Master Rules. So like it's what's the new rules? Hey, bro wants the leaks early, bro. Like okay, so I'm just saying when the leaks do happen, you'll hear them here first. Okay, so
I'm just gonna say impulse because you ask now. I advise you to tune in when the finals get streamed of our league of T2 Trials. Because I think like the finals is gonna get streamed by like most of the T2 guys. I think we're gonna have like a group commentary or something.
oh
I
yeah,
have to arrange that.
that would be pretty fun. Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah. So like definitely
I
more
do
will
hope
be.
I do hope because I did plan on streaming like a lot more T2 matches, but like you know because of like how they're scheduled and work, you know I haven't been able to. But I do hope that the finals at least is like at the time when I can like stream it, like but as long as it doesn't clash with my work, you know. So like I would actually like really be down to join that. But yeah, so
Yeah, like every streamer can join, and I tell you this impulse. The second season of T2 Trials will probably be like 2.5 months, and maybe we are getting inspired by a different tournament from Konami. But let's see. Let's talk about this later, okay? I'm not. I don't want to.
hey yo, you heard it here first, chat. You heard it here first, okay? You know.
Or maybe we qualify for worlds.
Hey yo,
Inspired by that.
hey
Hey, yo, don't
yo,
leak, please.
Huh?
Don't leak,
Huh?
please. Don't leak, please. Don't
hey
leak,
yo,
please. Just don't leak.
WCQ trials.
WCQ. Nah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like, imagine if they would do like worlds format like with shared carpool. It would be crazy, right? No way they're gonna do that. Okay, moving on. Yeah. Do we have something else?
So yeah, and now the last part of the GBBC boys is the drama section. Who is ready? Who is ready for the drama section, boys? So now we do
I don't
have
have like I
yeah.
have 5 minutes left, but what's the drama section about, Tammy?
So the first drama is like something very minor. It was actually the Triff drama, right? The Triff, you know, Triff, the pendulum guy. You all know him, right? I do not think I have the tweets on me right now. I believe, right? But basically the long and short of it is Triff, like somebody complained that Triff had like scammed him, like he paid Triff and he was not responding back, and like he did not give him the coaching necessary and all that jazz. And then you know, like a couple hours, you know, like Triff did mention back that like I had forgotten, I'm gonna go back to it, I'm gonna fix it, and all that jazz. I don't think we kind of heard back from the guy anyway, but you know, like it's like a very minor stuff, right? But the big drama, however, is the pack spreadsheet drama. I learned about this literally this morning. Right?
Early, you're behind, bro. You're behind.
What do you mean, bro?
No, just joking.
No
Just
way. Yeah, just trust us. Trust us.
joking.
Yeah, if you don't know about the drama, you're behind, bro.
Oh wait, okay, I got it. I got the joke. I got the joke. My bad. I didn't get it first. Okay, so now the what actually happened, right? So Paktcg, right? Like you all know Pak, you know, like easily considered one of the best players, you know, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But he's also like a very popular coach, right? Earl is behind. I do. So he's also a very very popular coach, right? And what he does is like whenever like a new deck drops, like he does these like master classes, like the spreadsheets, all that jazz, right? Like he teaches people like what decks to play in the deck list, right? Like, I'm sorry, what cards to play in the deck list, what the combos are, what the end boards are, and all that jazz, right? So, and what happens is like he teaches everybody to play a certain card, which I won't really go into too many details on what the card was and all that jazz, right? And he also like mentions it in like even the standard combos, right? However, what happens is that after he did he top the YCS or something, right? I think he topped, right?
He didn't, but no, I think Pac didn't, but like Jib topped.
Ah,
And
okay.
like some other people topped, yeah.
Basically like
Yeah.
like people are calling it Pac and friends, right? So like basically like friends of Pac, right? So they topped they topped the YCS, right? And the list they topped with did not have, I believe, two of the cards that they really put on the spreadsheet to pushed for people to play, right? And then Pac posted a tweet, and then he was like, if you are playing those two cards, you are behind. Now,
Yeah.
So the problem with that is that he was the one that sold people, not sold as he like told people to play, literally sold, had people pay money for the spreadsheet that apparently was behind. So, and then we have like he did delete the tweet, but then there's this guy, he was like, okay, so let me read what this guy said, right? I am totally lost on why a couple of weeks ago I was trying to get up to speed for Alien, like basically the new pack, right? Following Gbbc's spreadsheet that played both of these cards, right? And now the spreadsheet makers tell me I am behind for using their resource.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I'm probably the biggest spreadsheet hater out there, bro.
Nah, you're like number 2, bro. Number 1 is me.
Bro,
No,
like,
bro, you are not spending time with Nezu enough, Earl.
Yeah,
No,
that's why I'm that. But Nezu has been trying to sell me on Memento spreadsheets for a while, and I'm like, you miss me. So yeah, but the spreadsheets in general, I'm not a believer in spreadsheets, right? I do dislike spreadsheets as a whole. I don't think they properly teach you the deck. I don't think they make you a good player, all the jazz, right? Like the spreadsheets are good if you're the player making them, sure, like have your fun, right? But if you're learning from the spreadsheet, I don't think that's okay. But some people do kind of like to learn from the spreadsheet. If it helps them, it helps them. I don't know, whatever, right? However, the problem is that when you're selling people something, right, and then you're calling them behind for listening to what you sold them, right? Then we got a problem, right? And then Pac does the next best thing, and he hits you with thanks for buying the sheet. Really appreciate the support. The sheet will be a bit after work. You're not actually behind. This was just rage bait. So basically, he said, "Just kidding, bro." So, you cannot make this shit up. That's pretty hilarious, But yeah, so.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't know if it's controversial or something, but for example, this guy that like was flaming about this whole spreadsheet, right? The guy before that tweet, before Pac's tweet, like, what did he like think? Like, did he thought like, yo, I'm gonna buy the spreadsheet and then I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna instantly top a YCS? That's not how spreadsheet works. You cannot explain everything about Yu-Gi-Oh in like 10 dB replays.
No. The thing is that like okay, so like some people maybe just like to learn from spreadsheets. Okay, like I can't like different people learn like in different ways. I do not think that it properly makes you a good player. But maybe they just want to know the basics, right? Maybe they just want to know the standard combos. They just want to memorize those, and that's kind of how they learn, right? It's similar to like some people in like school, right? Some people actually understand like physics or math or like other stuff by getting the logic to it. Other people just want to memorize everything, and that's kind of how they do well in tests. Hey, it's just people. People are different, right? So whether spreadsheets make you like a different deck or not, we can a better player or not. That can be like a whole different conversation, right? Like I personally say it doesn't, But you know, like the problem is that selling people something and then telling them like, oh, big mistake, like, you know, you're behind Lamau, you know, like R word. So so like, do you know what coach that doesn't let that happen, bro? There's you know, number one coach on MD. So I'm just saying. Okay, so but yeah. So yeah, so and then Pak just goes like, you're not actually behind. This is just a rage bait troll post. Just kidding, bro. You got him good. You got him good. And not meaning the GWC is the crazy risk, but we all took it to avoid the 10% chance of breaking on it. Would run it back though if you, but if Bell gets more popular, probably worth maining. You know, spreadsheets are designed to teach you the basic lines, right? Now, the problem with this is that, like, this is the line that I wanted to get, that the spreadsheets are designed to teach you the basic lines. The basic lines that he was teaching them was with these two cards, right? And then he told people behind for playing that. Like, it's no matter how you spin it, you know, it is
It's
kind
bad,
of
yeah.
it is kind of fun, you know. But like, this is one of those like trying to like dig yourself out of a hole, you know. Like, he did delete the post because, like, you know, he's kind of fucked up. But yeah, then he's like, you have to make your own decisions about whether certain tech cards are worth playing to a specific event, which will not be covered in any sheet. Then why are they playing that? Why are they paying for it? If you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not like giving like random tips in like your stream, you know. Like, if I tell my people on stream and I'm like, okay guys, wait a second, okay guys, so if we look at this, right, I'm like, okay, so like here, like I say, play Super Poly in Memento, right? That's me, right? So that is just like a random tip I gave to everyone for free, right? I don't really need, it doesn't really need to be the most educated take, right? It doesn't have to be like the most like tested in every single scenario. This is the best way to play it, you know, like, cause like it's just something I said on my stream. It's just my current opinion, right? On the other hand, though, if you're selling people stuff, you know, you gotta be more like competent on it, right? So it is very much just like a kind of fuck situation, and then it devolved into like a whole different thing, you know, because Scarlon actually like replied to this tweet, right? And then he had like a pretty good point, and like you know, it's like thing is like he basically said you just don't do that, right? And then there was like another thing, but it's like yeah. So let me just read, because like he does actually mention the thing here too. So had to take for a while that a clique of pros might not be trustworthy when they constantly tell you that you don't know what's good. Ask for your money to find out what's good. Then what's good conveniently changes when they top an event with their and the decklist is public as a result. You know, like he's basically saying that this could be like how do I put this, intentional, right? Intentional
Can
with
I say
like
something?
basically like Scarlon is saying like not to like twist his words, you know. Maybe this is kind of how I understand it, but he's basically like pointing towards it being a scam, right?
Can I say something, because I really have to go now?
Okay.
But I always thought about the spread. Is my last thing I'm gonna say. I always thought about spreadsheets like, okay, so for example, you have these guys like Pack, Christian Arena, I don't know who else is doing this, Jibby, Yu-Gi-Oh, what's his name is, like all the other pro players, right? And they found out the goo. They found out how you will 100% top the YCS, top the European nets, top this, top that. Okay, they found it out, maybe, okay? But why the fuck should they sell that to random people? Like the real facts, you know what I'm saying? Why should they do that? They have nothing to gain from them except money. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no point in sharing these informations, because if you and your testing group found out the solution to like the format, you're gonna keep it in your group, obviously, right? Because you as a team want to perform. Why should you share to any of like every people on the planet? It's stupid.
I think you're underestimating how much money you can make off of coaching.
No. Yes, yeah. I get that, I get that.
The money
You're,
you make off of coaching alone will easily just like outperform,
No.
like outdo the money you're gonna get from the Yu-Gi-Oh
No,
yeah, but
event.
No, but I'm referring. Let me finish this. I'm only referring to the drama with the GW6. Play this one non-engine card or whatever. Like, why should they say the correct goose for every tournament? They're gonna, yeah, obviously they're gonna share the standard combos. They're gonna share how you can play around Nibiru, whatever. How can you play around this and that? I mean, that's normal, right? You can share that, okay. But like these tech choices and these like, okay, we're gonna prepare for that event, for that YCS with that meta game, and for that shit, we're gonna like prepare this meta card, this anti card. You know, they're not gonna share that with you. They're not gonna do it because why should they? Then everyone knows about this and their chance.
Yeah, but
of
the thing
winning
is, yeah, but the
tournaments.
thing is, like the moral thing in that situation is that you just don't sell stuff. You just hold on to the tournament and then you start selling. Right? You don't sell people on like because thing is like he goes here, right? And there's like if you consider Spreadsheet is a resource that covers as many bases as possible for all kinds of players, even combos and lines they might not necessarily think are optimal, but are included anyway for those that want to see them. And then Scarlon actually brings up the spreadsheet, you know. Here he goes like, okay, so like the GWC, 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 GWC. Basically, they're pushing for GWC in every single endboard, right? And then they're just cutting the GWC entirely, right? So it's not that like, oh, they're just like put all the combos out there and then they let you choose, right? It's the fact that they are pushing for it and then they just like they basically they're saying that it's the best thing, right? And obviously even Pak here admits to it because he's saying that he's gonna update the spreadsheet, right? But the thing is, you just don't sell people if your plan is to like not lick the goo until the tournament, right? Until you perform, right? It's like you just don't sell people on it, right? You just don't sell
No,
the stuff.
So before you talk, guys, I have to dip. By the way,
I
07 was a nice talk. I enjoyed that.
Okay,
I
okay.
love you all.
Thank you for stopping by, Nikki. Thank you for stopping by. Always like much love. Shout out to Nikki. Can I get a shout out to Nikki in chat? Can I get a shout out to Nikki?
Yeah,
Shout out.
please. Yeah, and I'm gonna be back for. Do you do the same shit next week? Yeah, right.
2 weeks.
Okay, I will join again, obviously. But I have to dip now because
Okay.
I'm a bit over my time limit, but it's fine. Have a nice rest stream, guys, and I'm gonna see you guys later, right?
Yeah.
07.
Knowledge should be free. I mean, okay, so I don't necessarily agree with that statement, right? It's like knowledge should be free. I feel
No,
like I feel like it's a bit of a I feel like it's like scammy to like be like example, let's say like Mary, you know, in chat, she comes to me, she's like, yo Earl, do you think I should like normal summon Snake Eyes Ash before doing a diabell play Snake Eyes? Like I think it's scummy of me to say, oh, hire me for coaching and I'll answer that. Like I think that's scummy, right? But like I feel like saying that like knowledge spreadsheets in general should be free, maybe not necessarily correct because like it's fine if they're free, right? But they're also like people did put like time and effort into that. You can't expect them to like not get anything for it.
That's one thing.
But so like
Okay, I finish so I can
yeah.
see.
So that's like I feel like even like the same for coaching, right? Like it's like you are asking somebody to devote time to something, right? So obviously you can say that it should be free, but if it is, that's fine, right? That's really nice, right? But like you can say it should be free. Like I don't think you can blame people for not making it free, right? But yeah, the scummy part is if you just ask somebody a question and they like refuse to answer it unless you like buy the coaching, right? Like it's just a very simple. Or like you'd be like, oh, what would you have done in this, right? So for example, I have people in my DMs, I'd rather not show DMs, right? Who like they enter tournaments, right? And they're like, after the tournament is done, he's like, yo, can you check this replay? Do you think I made a misplay here? And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, let me check this out. You know, it's like a quick like 2-minute thing. It doesn't really take much time, doesn't really take much effort. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you did a misplay here, you know, for this reason. You know, and that's like a normal thing in my opinion. But like when it's like a dedicated time, I feel like it's fine for it to be paid. Go on, Mojit.
Okay, I'll have to be the devil's advocate here. I actually don't think that Pak was obligated to update the spreadsheet before the YCS.
Why?
What I see from the picture, if you scroll up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
so what I see from this picture here is all the combos that you realistically need for Malice, right? And these are all combos with GWC 06. GWC 06 is a standard card in Malice, and you, like, regardless of it, you should play it right now or no, you should know this, okay? And you bought, like, if you bought this spreadsheet, you bought all the Malice combos. Now, I assume, aside from these GWC06 combos, you also have the other combos also. So I don't see a problem because if
Okay, so
You pay for a spreadsheet.
here's
with
the
numbers.
last line though. Like, I feel like, because I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, I feel like it conflicts with the last line. He's like, okay, so receive the sheet from an anonymous source, and there is no mention in it of playing Bomber Dragon. So basically, like, the spreadsheet does not have a card that they did end up like playing in the YCS, or not playing the Allied.GWC. So not playing the GWC was not even put as an option apparently in the spreadsheet, right? Like, again, I'm just going off of Scarlon's words here. I do not really have access to the spreadsheet, so I can judge, right? But like, they playing a card that they did not mention the spreadsheet, and in the spreadsheet they did not mention that you could just cut GWC or Allied. So in other words, they did not explain the GWC, the non GWC combos, right? And they did not explain the addition of the other cards. So regardless, I think like this, like, I don't think you can see this in a way.
People really make more of this than there actually is. Not playing GWC 6 did not top them a tournament. Like, it really was not that impactful. That
No, but the problem is no. The problem was not necessarily that the change. The problem is that he just straight up upped and said, "You guys are behind for playing it."
Yeah, that I don't agree with.
He just completely called everyone that's playing the GWC wrong. It's not like, as I said, it's not like in Memento where like you can say, oh, you can play Super Poly, you cannot play Super Poly, up to a choice, right? You can play Finsmith, you cannot play Finsmith, right? It's just a personal choice. You can try. I personally like it this way, right? He's literally calling people behind for playing it, for listening to his spreadsheet. Which, according to like the Scarlon, which has the spreadsheet apparently, like, you know.
The problem is that people like are rising Puck and that whole testing group into the sky and like are taking everything they say without like questioning it. I personally, for example, I think not playing GWC 06 is trolling. Like, you are trolling if you're not playing GWC. Oh God, that's one of the best cards in your deck, unironically. And like, not playing it, yes, it did work out, yes, but did it in reality, is that what topped the event? No. Like,
okay, so here's the thing, right? Like, you say, okay, so like you disagree, right? But like, it's like we're pro players, right? So we can understand that, right? We can understand, we can have a different opinion on it, right? But like, as I said, the problem is not that, okay, so Paktcg played GWC06, and then like Mordred showed up and said, nah, you guys are trolling for playing GWC06, and then it's like, okay, so just two pro players disagree, right? And then it's like, oh no, what happened is Paktcg played GWC06 and then says you guys are behind for playing. Like, it's the same player that's contradicting. It's not like two players having two different takes, right? It's the same player telling you something, selling you a piece of information, right? And then telling you that information is wrong. You guys are trolling for doing it.
Yes, yeah, and I'm not telling that he's right for doing that, but I also think that like people are trying to blame him like more than he's actually at fault. The fault is in people that like listen to whatever he says without thinking for themselves.
Okay, so okay, so here's the thing. You can't. I feel like
take a moment. Right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The thing is that like this entire spreadsheet thing kills like people's critical thinking, because when people buy this, they go with the wrong pre-assumption that this will make them not have to think about anything. They're like, you just buy this, you read through what's here, and you learn it like you have an exam tomorrow. But that's not how you play this game. That's not how you play anything. Like, even though you have this information, all these combos here are very valuable to know. Like, you have to know this stuff, regardless of if you are going to play the certain card or no. But if you are not going to play certain card, like, you have to ask yourself, okay, what do I do now? Like, you don't need to get everything written down for you. They bought the spreadsheet. They knew the contents of the spreadsheet. Like, what kinds of combos are there? And if you want a if you for yourself came up with with the conclusion, okay, maybe I should not play GWC, then this is not what you buy.
Okay, like, so hear me out. So I mean, the thing is like
listening blindly to pro players.
The thing is like
because meta changes from today, you know.
Yeah. So the thing is like if like the idea is like, okay, so you buy the spreadsheets and then you read and then you like figure out the like that. You're like, okay, GWC is not necessarily. Then if I'm like doing the figuring out on my own, what am I buying the spreadsheet for?
You don't have to buy it, but if
Okay,
you are
but
buying
okay, but
it, you
that's
are
the thing.
buying
So
it
like
to
it's
know-
like it's a thing where like I feel like we're just like kind of victim blaming here. It's like that's on you for trusting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's like you know what I'm saying. Like I get
No,
it
I'm not
from
victim
our
blaming.
perspective, right? I would never buy a spreadsheet, not in a million fucking years, right? Never.
Yeah.
You know, even for
Realistically-
decks that like ritual beasts that I still don't know how to properly play the deck, right? I'll still not buy a spreadsheet, right? I'll just like properly play it. I'll figure like the stuff on my own because I genuinely believe it makes me 100 times better than like just like watching a guide or like
Yeah.
reading a spreadsheet, right? But that's me. On the other hand, though, people like the pack and stuff, you know, they are saying that like okay, so what is it? Fucking like okay, so buy the spreadsheet, right? The spreadsheet is gonna teach you everything. It's gonna make you a better player, right? So that they're like making the spreadsheet to be like this like fucking infinite knowledge omniscient fucking thing, right? And then it's like you buy the spreadsheet and it's not full, it's not complete. It's like then it's like okay, why did you trust the spreadsheet, right? I don't think that's the way to go. I feel like it's the kind of thing where it's like if I scammed you, it's on you for like trusting me, or is it on me for scamming you? You know, like sure you can
But the thing
say
is, this is not a scam. This like right here. I see all the combos you need to know for Malice.
no,
This
but
is what it is.
no, but
Like,
it
they
has
were
no mention.
weird
It
for
has no
choosing
mention
not
of
to
cutting
not to
GWC
say.
or adding the extra card.
Yeah, but they're weird for it. Like, it's
Oh no,
not tested. That
yeah,
is not
okay,
tested. That what they did is not tested. Like everything they did, like these spreadsheets, these combos here are tested. This is objectively how you play Malice. The fact that they did something, they played that shit at their own risk, like without GWC, and it paid off. But
yeah, but
in
they came out.
reality, I don't think they spent like 5 days testing without GWC and just going out there. And I think it would be worse if they put no GWC combos in here and then just it completely didn't work out. Like
See,
they
yeah, but
fumbled,
yeah,
like
but
went one
okay,
short,
but hear me out, hear me
you
out.
know?
That is your opinion. That is again, as I said, that is another good player disagreeing, not the same player. The problem here is
Yeah.
the same player disagreeing.
Yeah, but it's not disagreeing because that could have not worked. He could have went 1-7.
No, okay, but
YCS and
here's the
dropped.
thing. Here's the thing. It did work, and he called players behind for not doing what he didn't teach them.
I understand, like that tweet is cringe, but
Right?
like
It's like the
the
whole
whole
problem.
thing with this,
Yeah, like the whole problem is the tweet, right? If he came out saying that like, okay, it was something untested, we didn't want to teach people like if that was the take that he had from it, right? If that was the approach he had, like if he just came out saying, oh, it was just too untested, we wasn't sure whether it would work out, right? And we didn't want to like show people something that we did not know was gonna work out, right? We didn't want to teach people something wrong. No. What he said is like you guys are trolling.
yeah, that's
Like
totally I
do
agree
you
with
know
you.
it's like
But
the
I think
difference like do you know how you get banned from like Konami, like do you know how Konami distinguishes the fucking cheating from like a misplay or like a forgetting, right? It's only the intent, right? It's the intent that matters, right?
Yeah.
And the intent from Pac here is kind of dog shit. So
Yeah, I'm not calling, like I'm not saying that he's a good person or whatever. All I'm trying to say is like that they took the gamble for that, for that specific tag, and it ended up working out. But at the same time, I understand why it's not on the spreadsheet. I get it. It was a gamble. It was something they decided in like a brink of a moment. They did not have time to test it, and obviously it's not going to be in the spreadsheet because obviously it could have not worked. And it's not. It's like I'm once again going to say that like honestly, like there was a 50-50 chance that would just straight up, no, like not playing this trap would just straight up lose them the YCS.
yeah, I
Like,
definitely
it
see your
was
point, right? I definitely see your point. It's just the fact that like the way this whole thing played out, I think it's very, very, very scummy, very scummy.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
we can agree on.
and then it went into like a whole thing about another thing that somebody, I don't think I have the picture on me right now, but somebody did mention that somehow Pac does play even though he should be suspended from Konami. Like apparently he has like a suspension in in another YCS, right? And like here's kind of the story, right? I don't have the screenshot on me of saying that like Pak should have been suspended in the Konami like forbidden limited list for players. But if I buy the Victor Lee book, will I hit my final form? Right. Uh, so yeah, but basically like here's the idea, right? It happened in Anaheim. He got it reversed though. He got mad. He got mad after getting sacked by Tempai while XN2. So he dropped and kept eyes on the guy he played. Next round, he walked behind the guy's opponent and said, "Watch out, he's on Tempai," right? So basically, he's kind of like he scouted players, like that's all thing, and there's like it's apparently
Is that forbidden?
uh apparently it's like very. I mean, apparently if he got on the list, it's forbidden, but I don't know. It probably got it reversed somehow. I don't know. That's the thing. So yeah, I don't know too much about this part of the story, right? I just know that I did see a screenshot of Pak being like suspended by Konami on the list, right? Somebody did post it on my Discord, I just don't remember, right? And then I saw this, and this is kind of like the story of how he got suspended, right? Now, yeah. Yeah, there's it did kind of devolve into this. So
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
kind of that's kind of the drama, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is, like, I don't think you are allowed to talk with players that are currently playing, but I think it's completely. I mean, is it very sportsmanlike to go and say that that like this
Okay,
guy
so here's the
plays this
thing.
and this? No, but is
The
it
screenshot,
illegal?
yeah,
No.
the screenshot did say that he got suspended for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if
So
he appealed and they removed it, like, I don't like. What is the drama here? Like, somebody thinks that he bribed the judges to like, no,
no,
like,
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
think
The
that
thing is,
that's
like,
right.
this is just like an extra thing that I saw. The real drama is the spreadsheet stuff. This is just like the extra thing that I added because I saw it, right?
Yeah, but I don't understand it. Like I don't understand what's the point here. Yeah, he got suspended and then he appealed and they reversed it. You know.
Apparently
Like
not
I'm
being,
not
huh?
defending
What?
him or what. In reality, I don't really care about like Pac or everything else. Like
No, no,
I
I get it.
I
I'm
even
just
I even hate that
I'm just
kind
like
of
putting it here. I'm
elitism.
just putting it here. Is that the fact that
I
like
even hate that kind of elitism that like all those spreadsheets and the thing like those things like create within community. And I also hate that like people that people like listen to them blindly and like I just think that like spreadsheets and stuff like that just kill the critical thinking in players, which is like god awful
okay, so
for the game.
if you hate
But yeah,
Nezu, bro, just say so. All that's all I'm saying. Uh,
I don't know, like like there's a difference between coaching and like spreadsheets. Like coaching can actually teach you fundamentals of the game and stuff, while spreadsheets can teach you like certain stuff about a certain deck.
like
But
yeah,
if in your core you don't know how to play, you will just not be successful
yeah. So
whatsoever.
the big difference right between like coaching, like properly coaching, and spreadsheet is a spreadsheet is not interactive. It's not like when you have questions, it's not gonna answer back. Like when it tells you that like okay, maybe this line you could also go for this, but this is like slightly better for this reason, and like it's like explaining how to kind of like grasp the logic behind the deck, how to like for example like when I'm coaching Snake Eyes, I did teach people that like a lot of the time it's just a numbers game. You count the bodies. Like, do you go like the princess line here? Can you get the bodies for the polo? Like, do you need to go the Snake Eyes? I'm sorry, the Finsmith line for the Desiree, or do you need to go for the Lacrima? All depends on like how the bodies work out. Like it's just like it's these kind of things that, as I said, like spreadsheets just don't teach you, right? Like, but yeah, I think
Yeah,
I am on the side that like spreadsheets in general are not good. As I said, the spreadsheets in general are fine for the people that are writing them, right? So, for example, fucking Fictinium has told me that like when he was learning Snake Eyes, right, it did help him to like as he was figuring out the combos to like write them in a spreadsheet, right, and that helped him remember it, right. But like it works out for him because he's the one that like figured them out, right? He's the one that like is understanding the deck and like figuring it out on his own, right? He's not like reading something and just like consuming it.
yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, I think they're fine even to buy, but you just have to know what you are buying. Like you have to know that you are by buying Spreadsheet, you are not buying knowledge. You are not buying a magic formula that is going to teach you how to be better at the game. You are buying, like step by step lines for each starter in your deck, and that is fine, and you can execute them well, but they cannot teach you. Like for example, I'm pretty sure that all those spreadsheets don't have like, oh, but what if you get hand trapped in this weird spot? You have to figure, like, that's the game sense
Okay,
that
okay,
you
but
that you have to figure
it's
out
not
for
even
yourself.
just that, right? Sometimes like mainly something that spreadsheets just don't teach you, right? So for example, let's say you have like a 2 card combo, right? And like, let's say you feel like some sort of delay, and you're like, instead of going just all gas, you decide to like go for the follow up, right? Right? Like holding cards for like a follow up, holding cards for like a late play, like for example, like holding memento, holding like a spell in memento, for like a right play, or like to like bait a bestial, or like like there's a bunch of plays that again like you kind of just have to understand the deck to like properly do them.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's asshole, by the way. What the fuck? New word dropped, bro.
What is us?
Okay, so the reading chat, right? Tag behaved like Schrodinger's asshole in this story. I feel like he decided he was rage baiting only after seeing the backlash. In brackets.
Wait, isn't it Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah, but in this case, it's the
What
asshole.
asshole?
So Schrodinger's asshole is the guy who decides if he meant or what he said or not based on the backlash he gets.
Ah.
So it's if Schrodinger did put his asshole in the box, he's not a cat. Tito Charles already? Yes, I did mention your torment too, don't worry. Schrodinger cat variant is the cat variant, by the way. Not the asshole variant, the cat variant. You know? The cat DLC. The original is the asshole. But yeah. I think that is more or less it. Unless you got anything else you want to say before,
No. I said everything I wanted.
Brand is a good example, a deck that will that especially will not make you good with the deck. Branded is one of the examples, one of the like high end examples. Like you don't learn branded with spreadsheets, right? It's just the way it is. You just gotta learn to like be good at the deck, right? But like it's just one of the high end examples. But like for every deck, bro, like I almost don't care what the deck is unless your deck is like some like a telephone FTK, right? Or some like I don't know, some like what are the fucking other FTK bullshit is called, right? Like unless your deck is like the one fucking gimmick deck that has the one combo, right? For example, I could give you like a spreadsheet for Dream Mirrors because that deck has like one line of play, right? Like no matter how many extenders you have in the hand, bro, the deck has one line of play. You either normal summon Nero and go combo, or you don't have Nero and you fucking lose, right? That's the spreadsheet for the deck, right? But yeah. So shut up. What you trying to say? Like, didn't go public that replay though. What replay? Huh? Okay, so yeah. That was the GBBC for the this week, boys. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. Thank you. Big shout out to Nikki. Let me give a big shout out to Mordred as well. My Brody.
Bro said Brody. Whatever.
Not even in chat. I can't even shut you out. Okay, so yeah.
I have in chat, but never mind.
Wait, are you? Wait, you didn't let me tag you.
Hey, that's better.
I tried to type Mordred. It only shows Murasaki. That's weird.
What? I am here.
Okay, so now I guess you have to like type before, because I think it's the first time you type in chat. So I think you have to type it. So yeah, big shout out to Mordred. Really appreciate it for stopping by. Shout out to Nikki Boy for stopping by. Shout out to all of you guys who actually helped me like find out the drama, because I didn't know. I was behind all the drama. I was behind, literally. So so yeah. Thank you to all the chatters for stopping by. I love you all. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Not the chat, not the stream, by the way. The GBBC people on YouTube. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the GBBC episode 4. Because you know it just be like that. We are bi-weekly, you know, just like cooking here. So yeah, thank you to everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.